Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of Wrestle Talk with Bear and B-Dub. On this edition of B-Dub's Thoughts, WrestleMania 13. So I'm gonna admit this was during a time where I wasn't into wrestling as much. I was unaware that during the time I forgot when we didn't have cable no more that they had made Shock on Saturday night. So I wasn't able to see it unless I was over someone's house. So this one I had to go get the tape and pretty much watch and dissect. And then as I got older, I went back. So I'm gonna go into this one. Rocky Maivia versus the Sultan. For those who do not know, Rocky Maivia was The Rock. This is his first match, and I remember watching this and hearing Honky Tonk Man throughout the whole match commentating as he was on a quest to find the greatest Intercontinental Champion. So, and they just kept criticizing him, but I thought it was, decent. The Rock indicates he was nervous. You remember last Monday night on Raw when he was in Chicago, he indicated this is where it all began. So I thought it was a decent match. Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Goldust. This is an okay match. The big WrestleMania moment in this one, if you remember, when at the end of the match when Chyna came out and she just shook Marlena. So this is when before she was really made her presence. The match of the night, without a doubt, Bret and Stone Cold. Big WrestleMania moment. Stone Cold screaming with his crimson mask. This was a real good match because this was the time of the double switch. This is the night where Austin became good and Bret became bad. And so I enjoyed it. Bottom line, I enjoyed seeing Bret Hart, put the sharpshooter on Austin. And then Undertaker versus Sid, which this is the time when Undertaker came back out in his classic attire, and he would go ahead and win the WWE Championship and still remain undefeated at WrestleMania. It was interesting to see Sid do the Tombstone Power Driver in this one, but nonetheless, this wasn't one of my favorite WrestleManias. I remember when looking at one through before. You got this when it was 1 to 15. I had in the first 15, I had put this one, very, very low on the list. So it wasn't my favorite, but it was decent. I always said it was like a house show. It wasn't really much to the arena. This was the last WrestleMania though, where they had the classic WrestleMania logo surrounded by the ring. This is right before the Attitude Era, so. After this WrestleMania, you no longer see the black and gold, which was a little bit disappointing for me. That's one of my favorite logos. I like the way it was dressed. So this is the last WrestleMania of that. Another part in the the Undertaker and Sid match, I was seeing Bret Hart come out. So thank you for joining this episode of Wrestle Talk with Bear and B Dub, and make sure you tune into the next one as I go over WrestleMania 14.